105.9 Academy FM.
Folkestone's radio station.
The Shadow Chancellor visited Kent last week to meet with small businesses and discuss the problems they are facing in the current economic climate. I spoke to him about the Labour Party's plans to reduce VAT and increase consumer spending, and how Shepway District Council's parking strategy has reportedly affected local businesses. I asked Ed Balls what can be done to help struggling high streets.
I think people want to be able to shop in the local high streets, but they want the high streets to be good places to go and shop. And that requires both shops with the confidence to set up and to open up in our town centres, and it requires people to have the confidence to go and spend. And at the minute, the dangers, we're lacking both of those. People are not spending, too many shops are having to close, go out of business, too many empty properties, which puts people off going into the town centres. So I would say we need a cut in VAT right now for a year. I think actually where you can, local councils should look at whether their business rates are penalising start-up shops in our town centres as well. And because we've got to get some confidence back more widely. If people are feeling that their living standards are falling, that they're getting worse off, makes them less inclined to shop and to spend. So the wider economic plan's got to be improved. And then all the evidence is from towns and cities across the UK is that you need a really strong partnership between local businesses and the local council who want to make a difference and invest in the town. If you get all those things right, then you can start to turn around and invest and improve towns like Folkestone or other towns down the coast here.
Folkestone in particular is a Conservative-led council. They've just introduced on-street parking charges where it was previously free parking. What can the councils be doing with the people that own small businesses at the moment to help them?
Well, I think the problem is that whether you're a Labour council or a Tory council at the moment, you are being clobbered by absolutely enormous cuts to your budgets. Council budgets, district and county-wide, being hit even harder than defence, even harder than policing, and those cuts are incredibly painful. So every council is kind of in a very, very difficult position. Having said that, I do think as a council, you've got to think to yourself, I've got difficult decisions to make, and I want to look after the most vulnerable, but don't cut off your nose to spite your face. And if you do things which end up making it harder for people to come into, open a shop, set up a business, shop in the town centre, in the end probably it makes it harder for you as a council to get in the revenues. So I don't know the details of that parking scheme, but in general, at the moment, anything which makes it harder for people to shop and go out and spend is probably going to make things worse, not better.
With small businesses, how is it possible to encourage them to start up when the larger chains are going into administration?
Well, you've got larger chains like, say, Blockbuster, which, to be honest, is going bust partly because it's a tough time, partly, though, because they're not managing to kind of make people borrow a video or a DVD in the world of iTunes and the internet. You've also got lots of small shops who are setting up and actually really winning in the internet business world. So this, even in difficult times, this is an environment in which small, including retail businesses, can succeed, but it's harder. And when it's tough and hard like this, government nationally has got to do its job to get the economy moving. Banks have got to do better in supporting businesses who want to borrow and to grow. And district and county councils have got to use the levers they've got to support businesses. And I'm afraid if you're clobbering them with the business rates, or you are particularly disadvantaging people going out shopping in the town centre, I think probably that's going to make things worse, not better.